Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you on this Friday the 13th. All of that was for Friday the 13th. All of it. Like, I got no other reason to have this background up, but it's Friday the 13th. Hey, we'll roll with it. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. I've had a pretty good day. So, yeah, I hope everything is good. I hope everybody is happy. I want to say right out the gate, if you came here to hear me blast on Alethea and Dominique, all right, I'm not really blasting on them. I just said that's clickbait. I just wanted people to come over here. People have differences of opinions. They like Madea. I don't. They liked the Jamie Foxx special. I didn't. And life goes on. He made his money, and everything is good. The reason why I'm a little unhappy to be here, Sierra, is I really wasn't going to do a show today. I know Lincoln Ware has his party going on. And even though he beefing with me, I'm not beefing with him. And so I just assume most people will be going to the big party. Hanging out, chilling, rubbing elbows and all of that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I thought would happen. So I was like, I'm not going to do a show. For real, I was not going to do a show. I even said it when I was watching Wyatt's show. I typed in there as I was driving to pick up Lil Baby. I think I was driving when I typed that in. I said, I'm not doing a show today because of the big party. But then, I think Jerika, and it was one other person who said something about it and was like, do the show anyway or whatever. So I'm doing the show. But I'm unhappy about it because I feel like, it's not allowing the Lincoln Ware party to shine as bright as it would. Some people, y'all here, y'all not at the Lincoln Ware party. Y'all should all be at the Lincoln Ware party. So, that's that. Let's see. Let me say hello to the people. Oh, I didn't reset this. Hold on. I'll be able to tell where they started. That's where they started. I can see the time. Robert Willis. Good afternoon. Anthony Prosser. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Dominique says, I'm here. Let's get this party started. Yeah, that was clickbait. I'm not attacking y'all sisters. Y'all can like Madea and that Jamie Foxx special all y'all want. Y'all can like Madea and all of that. All y'all want. David Herring, good afternoon. Representing Westchester, good afternoon. He said to Lil Baby upstairs. Lil Baby don't be wanting to hang with me no more now. She hang with Mrs. Livingston. And they sit there and make cookies and watch movies together while I do this show. And then I go upstairs. I smell the cookies. So I think when the show is over, I'm going to get off and go get some cookies. And I go up, and I'm like, where the cookies at? And she's sitting there grinning. I ate them all. What? How do you only make enough cookies for you? I kind of blame Mrs. Livingston for that too, but I blame the Lil Baby more. Because she could be like, let me save grandfather a cookie. But she don't, and she'd be happy about it. So I blame her. But no, she's not down here, but she is here. Sierra, representing Paris, good afternoon. Is that the top five? Robert, Anthony, Dominique, David, and Sierra, rounding out the top five. All right. Let's see. Oh, this thing's scrolling around. Let's see who crashes out first. Nobody will. Not on this show. Karen Dye Williams, representing Westside, good afternoon. Scott Bain in the house, representing Cummins, Georgia. Or Cumming, he put Georgia. I thought it was Cummins. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't like the way that's spelled, Scott. Samuel Campbell Jr. out of East Walnut Hills, good afternoon. John Perry, representing Covington, good afternoon. Brenda out there in Fairfield, good afternoon, Brenda. Daryl Carpenter say, what up? What's up, Daryl? What's up? I know he's out there in Forest Park. Jeannie, happy Friday to you as well. Andrea out there in Gulf Manor, good afternoon, Andrea. Good afternoon. Anthony hopes that Ron calls in. Ron's not calling. Ron beefing with me. He beefing with me just because of a slight misunderstanding. I don't get it. Come on, people, we got to do better. Let me see. Who else? Ben, I'm sorry. Ron. What in the world? Ron Tucker. I didn't call him Brian and Ben. Ron Tucker. Good afternoon. Got Linda Evans in the house. Twin fussing at the music. I saw that one while the music was playing. The countdown timer. Hurry up! And nigga, you mad at time? You know what I'm saying? How you mad at time? But good afternoon, Twin. Lewis Talbert in the house, representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. Got Lamont Edwards in the house. He's representing Madisonville. And he's spending? I think he meant sending Christmas love to everyone. Can't beat that. Okay, I'm gonna get the Daryl. I'll see about getting You Will Know song back. I do miss that song. That really is one of my favorite songs, and I do actually listen to it as I'm riding around in the car. Maria, good afternoon, representing North College Hill. Nate in the house says Toledo is here. Good afternoon. Dominique says it's Friday. We need some turn-up music. All right. Oh, let's see. I think LaDonna. I see LaDonna in the house. Good afternoon. Nate says, I feel like snitching on Wyatt for the BS he pulled today. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Say let Marquetta Denise pop off for 55 minutes, then won't let me or anyone else clap back. Oh, it's Friday. Can we save it to Monday? DeAndre Crosby, you are first. Yes, you made it. Mary Birch Lavender, representing White Oak. Good afternoon. Why is Jamie Foxx still being talked about? He is getting way more attention than needed. The only reason people are still talking about it is because some people thought it was hilarious. And they can't deal with the fact that other people didn't. That's it. Those of us who didn't think it was funny don't have a problem with the people who thought it was funny. But you know, it is one of those things that happens. And it's one of those things, I like dealing with stuff like that. It's okay for people to not like the stuff that you like. It's okay. LaDonna talking about the big party, says she was going. I was, but I'm not going. All right. Oh, let's see. Alethea, I see you, Alethea, in the house. Good afternoon. The big party doesn't start till 4:00. People got to drive down there. They got to find parking. They got to pay for parking. Then they got to walk from wherever they park to the venue. So, you need some time. Erica, representing Reading. Erica, late in a mug. But good afternoon, Erica. You could be with a earbud in. I missed something. I don't know what I missed. Let's see. Vanessa Bennett London, good afternoon. Jeannie says Medea has got to go. Look, don't say that. Dominique and Alethea are gonna jump you. Let's see. Lamont Jones says, great day, powerful, royal people. He's representing Dent. I have to concentrate when I see that. Regina Denson Griffin out there in Madisonville, good afternoon. Brent, representing Dallas, Texas, good afternoon. Jeannie says, I made cookies yesterday and today. Pecan chocolate chip. Ooh. I don't like nuts in my food. Peanuts, walnuts, pecans, no. Let's see. Nat Turner in the house. Good afternoon. Daryl say, my daughter do that too. She'll make cookies for herself or her mama. And I'll be like, what the hell? Right. Oh, let's see. Myosha says, nice dad shirt. I'm still rapping. What you rapping about? You got bars? Oh, rapping with a W. There's nothing wrong with this shirt. It's just a regular old kind of plaid shirt. Don't hate. Fame in the house, representing Blue Ash. Andrea says, did you share your cakes with little baby? She says she don't like lemon pound cake. She don't like it. Well, and this is one thing I noticed about her. Like if you get cupcakes, she got cupcakes for her birthday party. She don't eat the cups. She don't eat the cake part. She just eat the icing off and then throw the rest of it away. So she'll eat, 4 cupcakes full of icing. So I'm like, just buy her some icing. You know what I'm saying? They sell icing at the store. Just go to the store, buy some icing and say happy birthday. Put some candles in it and let her blow those out. She does not eat cake. I'm working on that. Vernon, good afternoon. I think that's it. Logic Slayer in the house. Good afternoon, representing Gulf Manor. Brian Taylor. Good afternoon. He's representing Glendale. Let me see. Did I get everybody? Crystal Hoskins, representing the Christ Hospital. T. Mikey G, out there at Avondale. Janice, December 32nd. Does something say December 32nd? Hold on, let me see. It does say December 32nd on one of them. Okay. I was trying to change it. See, that's what happened. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, I was just going to let it say December 32nd and wasn't nobody going to tell me, for real. See, it was the 12th, 1 and a 2, and I went to the space and I backed it up, thought I was hitting backspace and a 3, but apparently I did it wrong. I hit the cursor was in the wrong space, and so I didn't double check it cause. Thank you, Janice. That's why she's my favorite. A few people talking about the party. They wanted to go. Y'all can still go. It's not too late. Vincent Jones, what's good from Blue Ash? Wish I didn't have to work. I would crash Lincoln's get together, but I have airplane parts to make. All right. Let's see. Reese Mooney in the house. Reese Mooney got B-Rab in here. All right. Let's see. I think that's it. Did I get everybody? I know I said Brent. I said hello to Brent. I'm trying to scroll through, get everybody in. I'm the exact opposite of little baby. I scrape the icing off and eat cake. Just rich, just wasting stuff. You got enough money to tell Maria, or whatever her name is, to just make cake and don't put no icing on it. Let me see. I'm not live on the Afternoon Experiment page on Facebook because Restream has to reconnect. And in order to, I keep forgetting, and I have to go in and reconnect it in order to do that. It's a slight process, not a lot, but I just forgot about it. And don't nobody watch on that page yet anyway, so that's that. I'll do it right after the show if somebody remind me. And I think that's it. Fame says there is nowhere to park downtown. Lincoln should have been closer to the casino. Well, Pamela Kinney, I see you. I missed you. And Andrea. Oh, I said hello to you. You out there in Gulf Manor. When I was young, I was like a little baby, eat the ice and then throw the cake away. If I would give her a whooping. I would give her a whooping. Alethea been trying to pick a fight with me all day. Alethea, I come in peace. I don't want to fight you. You like Medea. I'm okay with you liking Medea. You thought the Jamie Foxx show was hilarious. I'm okay with that. We don't have no problems. Don't pick a fight when it don't have to be a fight. Nate.
E-Man.
Yes.
Hold on, I got you on the computer, got you on the phone. All right, let's deal with this elephant in the room. I know you said let's wait till Monday, but I'm not your average bear. I know you don't come on Mondays. you try to trick me. Now look here. It almost worked until I thought about it. Now look here. I'll try to keep it as mild as I can.
All right.
There are some people who don't like me investigating Evan Nolan, Avtab Pure Evil, and Messy Mika Owens. Yes, I called her Messy, and I'm going to keep on calling her Messy, and I got a right to call her Messy Mika because she acting so messy. Now, they can disguise it as, we don't really mind you saying that, or really we don't mind you calling names. What we don't like is you're attacking a black woman, knowing they've attacked almost everybody who says that has attacked more than one black woman publicly. This is a public figure, so it's BS. They don't like that I'm asking questions about Mika and what I believe is a criminal conspiracy down in Cincinnati City Hall. That's the bottom line. Hold on one second. Okay. Your nieces, two of them said hi. So, one is to call you Uncle Caleb. So that's number one. So one of the people who is very offended by me asking questions about Mika Owens is a woman named Marquetta Denise. I would say her last name, but that's not necessary. So Randall Wyatt, your partner, the guy who you brought to the black community, the black podcast community, the black broadcasting community, no, not right now, the black broadcasting community, Randall Wyatt, let this woman have approximately 55 minutes of uninterrupted air time, and she just went through all the greatest hits of slander, everything from I'm involved in the murder of Kabaka Abba, which, as you know, is a grave slander, defamation. I could sue her if I wanted to, but for real, I get what they're trying to do. Most of them, they're trying to knock me off my game, hoping that, I've told you this before, it's like the scene in The Exorcist where at the end, the priest can't get the demon, the devil, the spirit, the evil, whatever it is, out of the little girl. So he, come out of her and come into me. They want to be, for to use a phrase that everybody would understand, and I don't think it's any kids in the room, mine have left, they want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. If we can attack Nate, and we can call him names, and we can get him distracted, he'll leave Mika alone, he'll stop the investigation, he'll stop talking about it, because after all, we just want him to be quiet. We want to move on, and we want people to believe that the only way you can deal with something like what Mika did, it's not illegal, so therefore the only thing we can do is just wait till the next election and vote her out of office, which is probably not going to happen, and which ain't none of my goal. So Randall Wyatt lets Marquetta Denise have all this time. She goes beyond the whole I was involved in a a conspiracy. I helped get Kabaka Aba killed, uh, uh, which of course could be putting me in danger if Kabaka Aba's children or somebody else hears that. Oh, that's who did it. Howard Beatty didn't act alone. Let's go get Nate Livingston. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, she had a whole bunch of other stuff. But the bottom line is, she don't like what I'm saying about Mika. So, you would think that Randall Wyatt, you told me he was an honorable kind of guy. You
I
told
believe
me,
he is.
well, I don't want to put this on you, but I've heard through different sources that Randall has been trying to reach out and connect with me, trying to say, hey, I ain't got no problem with Nate Livingston. Why don't we just, I'm trying to do a show with no name calling and no personal attacks, a really nice, decent, honorable show. So when you let Marquetta Denise go on for 55 minutes of slander and attacks, you would think that Randall Wyatt, as he was a stand-up guy, he would say, you know what, I'm going to reach out to that brother Nate Livingston, just like I did when I tried to call a truce. I'm going to reach out to Nate Livingston, and I'm going to open up my podcast to him. I'm going to give him equal time. I'm going to give him 55 minutes to explain why he's got a problem with Mika Owens, why everybody should care about it, and what he has to say about these slanders coming from Marquetta Denise. He didn't do that. So this is the first day. This happened on, he let Marquetta Denise go for 55 minutes. That was on Wednesday. So I was busy yesterday. I sent him a couple of comments to let him know that I had heard about the show, and then I actually listened to the show, which is why I know how much time he gave her and why I know exactly what she said, because I actually went back and listened to it. And so today was the first opportunity to engage with Randall Wyatt about what he let go on his show 2 days ago. So the first thing he did was he came on, and this has happened a couple of times. People say whenever my name pops up, Randall automatically gets some reason he's got to cut the show short. He's got to get out of there. He's got to stop the show. So today it was, oh, it's my daughter's birthday. We're going to have a short show. And in fact, the show went longer than usual. That's very peculiar. Then the next thing he did was he started filibustering. So he let Twin call, and I don't know how long Twin talked, but he never pushed to get Twin off the phone, even though he said this is a very short show. He let Twin go on and on and
Well,
on.
Twin
and
was
on.
teaching
And
today,
Twin,
so.
Twin got a habit of when somebody's talking about somebody, he needs some attention, so he's gonna call it. But the point is, so
Dropping
Randall
science.
knows that I got a bone to pick with him, so he keeps the phone lines busy. Then he does this move, and maybe I know you explained some behind the scenes stuff about the buzz. Maybe you'll explain some behind the scenes tricks of the podcast world. So he's got this thing where anybody who was watching through Facebook, when they made a comment, just like you got the comments up on it's on your left side as I'm looking at you, he's got the comments up in the same way. So if you were on Facebook, you could see what I typed. But my comments didn't make it from Facebook up to the screen. So all the people watching on YouTube and Twitch and all the other services, they couldn't see my comments. So I tested it first. When it first happened, I said, this can't be happening. Then I tested it out. I let some people make some comments before me. I tried a couple of comments. Then I waited. Some people made some comments after me. And lo and behold, none of my comments made it up to the board. Then I went out. I opened up YouTube. I made some comments. The comments appeared on the big screen. So I said, now, not only do he let this person go on and slander me, misrepresent what I've said and what I've done. Like, for instance, he said, I've been calling Mika Owens a pie face. That don't even sound like me. First of all, I think Mika's kind of cute. He said, I've been talking about her clown-like makeup or something. I forget how she phrased it, but basically, I've been talking about Mika's makeup. Nope, you're wrong. You just lied on me. So I've never called Mika Owens a pie face. I've never said she wears clown makeup. And so here's the point. The point is, when you said it many times on your show, See, when I ain't messing with you, you shouldn't mess with me. When I'm taking shots at some public figure and you don't like it, it's okay for you to comment, criticize, say I don't think you should be doing that. I get it. If you hit on somebody like Mika Owens too hard, has it can have the effect of having a backlash. Some people could say, "Oh, he's beating up on her, he's bullying on her, he's whatever, whatever." I get it. We can have a difference of opinion, but when you make it personal, when you start attacking me, you start calling me names, when you start trying to throw what you think is dirt in the streets, then I might have to come after you. I might have to clap back. And as you said many times, if you come at me with a knife and I come at you with a bazooka and some hand grenades, you can't complain. Oh, that's not fair. That's not equivalent to what I did. I just talked about him being in jail for 60 days. And now he's talking about my mama. Now he's talking about my wife. Now he's talking about my two boys. Now he's talking about now he's calling my job. Now he's talking to my employer. Now he's talking about my mortgage. Now he's talking about my debt. See, all's fair in love and war. So if you don't want to smoke, don't light no matches and put them under my feet. You get what I'm saying? Don't set my toes on fire and then complain when I blow the smoke at you. So that's what happened. That was the elephant in the room, I believe, because a lot of people follow the Randall Wyatt hour or 2 hours, and then they come over to your show, so they're probably like, what are they talking about? Now, if you don't mind, let me give you a brief update on Mika. So Mika has to file these financial disclosure reports, right? Now,
Yes.
I said that I believe that Mika's own words belie that she was offered a bribe. So one thing when you're investigating a bribe, and you would know this, people would know this if they were paralegals or attorneys or they worked in that field and they dealt with criminal cases. One thing they do is they try to figure out, is this person even susceptible? So if we brought a bribery case against somebody, the jury would want to know, well, if this person is wealthy, why would they be susceptible to a bribe unless they were just excessively greedy? So they look at the person who offered the bribe and they look at the person who accepted the bribe. So it's important, if I'm alleging bribery from Evan Nolan to Mika Owens, that we look at both Evan's financial status and Mika's. And so Mika has to file a financial disclosure report with the Ohio Ethics Commission. To make a long story, this part of the long story short, Mika has filed at least 4 of them. I've obtained all 4 of them. On all 4 of them, Mika claims that every year that she's filed this report, that she was employed as a social responsibility officer. She does not say who her employer was. So I went and found some news articles. Anybody in the public could find them, from Sharon Coolidge from the Enquirer, who says Mika was a social responsibility officer with the Hamilton County Board of Health. So I contacted the Board of Health. I said, I'd like to see Mika's personnel file. I'd like to see all her records so we can know how much money was she making as a social responsibility officer. Well, the Board of Health said, we don't have no records of us ever paying Mika Owens. She had no contract, like the Enquirer said, not with us. They said you might want to try the clerk of court's office. That's where she worked when AvTab was over there. I said, okay, no problem. So I reached out to the clerk of court. I also went back and reached out to the county prosecutor, since they are the legal representative of the entire county, and I reached out to the county administrator. Well, bottom line is I got something, and the auditor and the treasurer. So I got something today saying basically, well, Mika actually only worked 2 years as this social responsibility officer. Actually, it was what's called an HR, employment specialist 1, lower level person, made a little under $50,000, and she don't do that no more. So the question becomes, why did Mika continue to say that she was employed as a social responsibility officer for probably at least it looks like 2 years when she wasn't. She also says that she ran a small business, which was some kind of a multi-level marketing place where she basically paid in. They sell nutritional supplements. It's a bootleg Amway. Now, so my thing is lying on a financial disclosure form is a crime. It's a misdemeanor. I know. And so let me just wrap it up because I know people will get in the weeds. Like, oh, where we going with this? Now you're trying to get Mika put in jail. Now you're trying. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to finish and complete the investigation. And I want people to know, including some who are listening, some who are making little smart aleck comments right now, that no matter what y'all do, no matter what y'all say, no matter who y'all call, I'm going to finish this investigation. I'm going to keep talking about it as long as Nika is messy in her personal life, in her political life, in her record keeping, and her notes that she said attacking black men like Ozzie Davis III, like Gabe Davis, like Dorit Dansby. I'm going to keep calling her messy. And, our parents are dead. My mother and father are dead. Y'all can try calling my wife. My wife don't tell me what to say. My wife stay out of anything political. So you can call my pastor. My pastor ain't going to pull me in. It's nobody you can call to give me lashes. It's nobody that you can call to make me shut up, to make me get up off her behind. And again, if you were smart and you really cared about her, you could send her an email. You could say, you know what? Why don't you answer these questions so that this can be cleared up? Anybody can send her an email. Anybody could send her a letter. Anybody could call down there to her office. They don't do that. Why? Because a lot of them are messy just like her. A lot of them are busybodies. A lot of them like to send people cakes in the mail, like to offer assistance. When really, what they're trying to do, they're trying to suck up, because if they ever find themselves on your bad side, they can say, I've been a friend. Remember when I sent you that cake, that old dry cake in the mail? I'm your friend. I tried to get you an attorney. No. I see through all that stuff. It's a bunch of fake. I'm watching the video. It's a little delayed. I see you shaking your head. But it's true, E-Man. It's true.
The cake was not dry. The cake was not dry. It was a good cake.
I could have swore I saw you reaching for some milk. Maybe the cake wasn't dry. I don't know. It looked dry on camera. But that's a sad note. I'm just saying, sending E-Man some cake or some gifts, sending gifts over to Raven. Did you get that package I sent you, Raven? You can send all the cakes in the mail that you want. But if I decide that it's not a distraction and you just keep on running your mouth, you keep on saying little smart stuff about me, I have been known to give verbal, nonviolent whippings across the radio airwaves, in the public, and in other ways in other places. A lot of people done felt like they could make a name for themselves coming after me, and I got a whole long list of people who regret that they made that choice. So leave me alone. I ain't bothering none of them people who said and done all that old stuff. Just leave me alone. Mind your business. Mika is a grown woman. She's a public official. She's a public figure, and she can speak for herself, just like I can speak for myself. And if you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no dog in this fight, stay on out of it. As far as Randall Wyatt, now, again, that's your buddy. You brought him to the. I ain't never heard of no Randall Wyatt till he tried to piggyback off your show and do his podcast and link up with the King and I. Now, maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but I'm just
You're
saying,
saying that wrong.
you know,
Yes.
brother, don't be no hypocrite. Always talking about what you don't do on your show. This ain't that kind of show. We don't be doing the personal attack. I even heard him talking about the whole thing that went down with Kabaka when Kabaka just kept on picking with that man, and the next thing you know, Kabaka got gunned down, shot and killed by Howard Beatty, and the people tried to tell him, leave them babies alone. I personally tried to tell him, leave them babies alone, man. They built differently. He didn't want to listen. Wanted to keep on going. Want to talk about Howard going to get basically hooked in the booty if he kept messing with him. And next thing you know, Howard shot and killed him. That's just the facts. That's just history. So what I'm saying is, I've heard on the few shows that I've seen, this guy always talking about what he don't do on this show. We don't do shows like that. But you let that lady come on there, make all them scandalous accusations about me, drug my name through the mud, accused me of having involvement in the killing of a very popular activist, said a whole bunch of really reckless, nasty things, and then tried to do it with that soft, smooth voice. Oh, yeah, I'm just standing up for trying to protect black women. No, you're not. You're trying to run down me, a strong black man, and I'm not standing for it. And you know, I've been real quiet as some of these people have taken their shots. And I don't have to be quiet. Again, I'm trying to stay focused on the goal, which is corruption at City Hall, Evan Nolan, Avtab Pure Evil, and Messy Mika. And so y'all thinking y'all going to be pawns. We going to come out here. We going to get in the way. We'll take the shrapnel. We'll take the lashes. And then he'll get off his mission. No, I'm not going to get off my mission. I'm going to stay on my mission. But I'm going to make time if y'all keep on. I'm going to keep making time for y'all because I'm not going to let y'all run my name through the mud. All I got is my good name and my reputation, and I'm not going to let you punks and cowards, and I would use another word that begins with a B, but I'm not going to let y'all get away with it. I'm not built like that. I know you wanted to have a happy Friday show, so I appreciate you for letting me address that elephant in the room. And, hey, Randall Wyatt, you ain't got to call no people. You got my number. If you want to address me and you want to make it right, call my number directly. You know, be a man about it. Explain why you let her do that for 55 minutes, and then when I called you today, you didn't want to. We don't want to deal with that today, brother. It's my daughter's birthday. That's some fake shit. That's why people call you the names that they've been calling you, like Fame. What's Fame last name on the internet? That's why Fame and the rest of them be calling you names, because you do shit like that. We see it. That's all I got. You got any questions for me?
No, I don't have any questions.
So you ain't going down to the party, huh?
No, I'm not welcome.
Well, you never know unless you try.
All right, was that it?
I think I got that off my chest.
All right.
And let me apologize. I know probably Key's probably out there like laughing and saying, let's calm down. I know Miss Janice has been so nice to me. She's been like an elder. She's been trying to keep me on the straight and narrow. But I'm only gonna take so many of these jabs before I clap back. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'm not wading into all of that. Again, that's my brother. We have an understanding. It's certain people he cool with that I ain't cool with. There's certain people I'm cool with, he ain't cool with. I'm not necessarily a peacemaker, even though I want peace. And so, you know, I'll just stay out of it. I am one of those. If it ain't I stay out of other people's business. If it ain't my business, I stay out of that business. Somebody said it's a Livingston thing. I don't think it's a Livingston thing. I think it's a honorable person thing. If you don't start nothing with me, I don't start nothing with you. It won't be nothing going on. But if you start something with me, you can't tell me how far to go in my response. That's not a Livingston thing. That's a thing. So I got no beef with people, and maybe they'll reach out to each other and they'll have a conversation. Maybe it's again, like it's what I was talking about yesterday. Remember yesterday I was saying sometimes it's a misunderstanding. Sometimes, oh, this was said, oh, I didn't know that was referring to you. This was said, I didn't say that, mean it in that way. So, maybe they reach out to each other and clear that up, and then all is good. That's the hope. So, yeah, I'm not, and look, I'm telling you, if you are somebody, I would just suggest to all people, and this ain't just about this is period. If it ain't you and your business, mind your business. Mind your business. If somebody start attacking, I don't know, I'm trying to think of somebody in the public that I hold in high regard. Jan Michelle. I like Jan Michelle. I really do. I like Jan Michelle. If somebody start attacking Jan Michelle, I'm going to be like, ooh, is that really necessary? You ain't got to go at her like that. But I'm not going to start attacking that person. You ain't ish. You this and you that. I might defend Jan Michelle, but my defense of Jan Michelle doesn't have to turn into an attack of the person who's coming for Jan Michelle. And we got to learn. I think we have to learn that. And I don't know that a lot of people feel that way. Maybe I'm in the minority. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am. But that is what it is. And Twin.
What's up, E-Man?
How you doing?
I listened to the Nate Levinson show. I forgot the afternoon experience went off.
I don't know that you know how to pronounce the name correctly.
What is it, Nathaniel? Nate Livingston?
We'll just go with Livingston. Livingston word.
I mean, some people say Livingston.
People who can't read say Livingston, but people who can read look at the letters and pronounce them the way that they're arranged.
Don't play me, man. Just like y'all say red and roll. What is it? What y'all say, reading or red? Well, no, reading. Y'all say red and roll, but when I moved down here, I say, hey, they say it's on reading road. That's not no reading road. I said, that's what it said on the sign. So if people come down from out of state, be like, that's reading
I understand.
road.
Look, I understand people who say it reading, but take off the ing. What does READ spell?
Red.
Right.
I'm saying.
Right. So it spells read and it spells red. So it could be either way.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but Livingston in the English language is clearly not Livingston.
I mean, you can say how you want, Livingston. Some people say it like that.
That'd be like me calling you Twan.
My damn name ain't no damn Twan, whatever.
Exactly, because there are rules for reading and spelling in English. So it's not something where you can just pronounce it any way you want to pronounce it. I mean, you can, but
it's clear my name is Twin, and you know it's spelled just how you see it's Twin.
And exactly how Livingston is spelled. L-I-V is not Lev. In I don't think any language Livingston would be Leviston.
I mean, some people probably Livingston. Some people probably mispronounce it.
Right, and
Just like y'all say,
twin twone.
Listen, Mr. Correctional Officer, I'm not about to be on this. I feel like this, like you was saying earlier. If you dish it out, whatever, I hope you can handle it.
All right, well, go ahead, Twone.
I mean, you're right. I'm just saying, going by what you just said.
Right.
You dish it out. Hey, I hope you ready to handle the issue. Your Crime Stop investigation brother, he know the business, man. He know what's up. He on here pump faking and everything else. I knew what he was talking about and what's behind it. And I talked to Wyatt, and I'm like, what's the issue and everything? I ain't going to go into detail. But he know what's up. He get on here crying on your show. I know that's your brother you love, and all that extra stuff. You had your title, and you said what you said. She said what she said. It is what it is. So don't come up here and crying just like she did on there and on whatever. He said this, and he did this on her show, and he let her go for it. Man, she ain't go that long. Stop playing, man. She talked about something else. She ain't really get down on it. So go on with that, Nate. Tell the truth,
I
man.
didn't hear it, so.
I know, because he get on here and pump faking and everything. It's called man your business or whatever. I mean, she say something about you, okay, you got the right to say something about her, but don't get on here and pump fake. She went on for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, saying this about me and not shaming. No, come on, Nate, don't do that, man. Just come down here and talk to her, whatever. Talk to Wyatt, call this show and stuff. I see your comments and all that. You feel that some type of way, and I ain't taking no sides or whatever, but you feel that type of way, and you gonna run over here on your brother's show and want your brother to have sympathy for you, but Nate, you be on some bull, man.
Well, Twone, I don't think he was looking for sympathy from me.
Evidently is Captain Sable, brother.
Huh?
Captain Sable, brother, or something. He called over here. You know the number on the podcast. Call him. But you know the reason why you can't call. He know. He just don't want to tell you. But I ain't going to expose his business like that. I'll talk to Wyatt about it, and I want to see what type of, what was really going on. Why you feel that type of way towards that brother, or you feel that type of way towards him, or whatever. He feel that type of way towards you, too. And Wyatt explained. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, he feel that way. Let him call in, or whatever. And he know what's the business, though. He knows the business. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what the business is?
I talked to Wyatt about it, and he told me, and I said,
wait,
hold
on. Just simple. Do you know what the business is?
I'm saying what's going on. If he feel that type of way or whatever, just call Wyatt and understand.
Hold on. No, hold on. I'm asking you.
You heard what I said.
But you're not answering. Do you know what the business is?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the business?
You heard what then I say I ain't go expose or say nothing because that's not my business.
I think you're just making stuff up.
I ain't making shit up. I know what's going on.
I think you're just making stuff up. I really do.
I'm not pump faking nothing. I ain't got to get on here and pump fake.
Only in this case. Look, you was dropping science. You was dropping science on Wyatt's show. But I think in this case, I think you're just making stuff up. I think you want to be in business that you probably should stay out of too. Just like I'm like, hey.
When you get on here and pump fake and talking about I want my brother do this and all that. He let her go on this and all. Man, get the fuck out of here. You got a problem with that man or whatever, you know to call that man. You got that man number. He told me what's going on. I ain't taking no damn
you just said you know what the business is. No. But I don't think you do. I think you just made that up.
I ain't making shit up.
Then what's the business?
Making shit up.
What's the business?
I said I'm not gonna get into it.
Because you don't know.
I know what's going. Okay. I know.
I think what you're doing could be dangerous. I think what you're doing could be dangerous.
Ain't nothing dangerous.
Hold on, Twone. Let me get it out.
Dangerous is he's staying Toledo and he don't stay in Cincinnati.
Twone.
That's dangerous.
Twone. Let me get it out.
About what's going on in Cincinnati, whatever.
Twone.
Cincinnati don't fuck with out of towners.
Twone.
Cincinnati don't fuck with out of towners.
Twone.
As with Miss Wright, what happened to her?
Twone.
They don't fuck with out of towners. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Twone.
Come on, Emanuel. Keep it real, man.
Twone.
Keep it real. If you'll get on here and say something and pump fake and all that goofy shit, man, gone.
Twone.
And shit, you wonder why people say something to you, man. Get the fuck on.
Twone.
There ain't no sympathy for no goof ass nigga on dumb shit.
Twone.
Krogers and shit. Think you can knock Krogers off, man. You fucking clown.
Twone.
A straight clown. Go, man.
See,
Preach.
that's exactly what I was talking about.
A straight
like,
clown.
It's not
a
your
goofy-ass
business,
clown.
but you are so emotionally invested in. First, it sounds like you're emotionally invested in blowing the situation up, right? You're emotionally invested in blowing the situation up. And then secondly, you're emotionally invested for what? Why are you so invested in drama being more drama?
Because I'm not invested in drama.
You are.
You
sitting here now. You're talking about Kroger and people clowns and this and that. You want to see action so bad. Why?
Why would I want to see action when I
That's
say
what
it
I'm
was
asking
stupid?
you.
Why would I want to see action when I say it's stupid? I can voice my opinion about something.
No,
it was stupid as
bro.
hell for him
You
to go
want to
upstairs
see
Kroger and say some
action,
shit.
man. Like, you sitting here like, yeah, I talked to Wyatt about this. So now,
brother,
based
man.
on
Now
your
you got in
story,
your feelings,
Wyatt done gave you some.
Your clown ass brother.
Based on your
brother's a
story.
fucking clown.
Based
He's
on
a
your
fucking
story.
Joke, man.
Based
He's
on
a
your
fucking
story.
Joke to the people.
Twan, based on your story, Wyatt done gave you some dirt on Nate. Nate
He didn't give me no dirt about shit. I talked to him as a man. I said, what's the reason? I talked to him as a man. It wasn't no dirt. I'm talking to him like I'm talking to you.
You just said, I know the story. Come on, man. You just trying to hype a situation. Stop doing that.
Why would I stop something if you
because that's what you're doing. Look.
Tell your brother quit clowning on these damn shows. He a straight fucking clown, man. He a straight goofy.
If you
for no reason, for what?
And Lincoln got some beef, I feel like I would be out of line to come on here and then try to hype that beef to make it go to the next level. And that's what you're doing. Stop.
I'm a damn man before. If I got beef or anything, so I'll check a nigga. Other than that, I ain't got to get them. Matter of fact, I ain't got to say nothing to you. But if I feel like, let me get this out of my chest. Because I don't want to hide in his face, in this nigga face, think we cool or whatever. I'm just, a square or something.
According to you, according to you, you are making calls to, this is what you said. You made a call to Wyatt to talk about his beef with Nate. Why? Why would you do that?
Hold on. I said, why? Because he was in a podcast and he was in the chat. He was saying this and all that. I said, why you got a beef with Wyatt? He wouldn't respond. Your brother wouldn't respond.
So then leave it alone. Why would you do something to try to hype it?
I'm not hyping nothing. I want to know. I said, man, what's up
with
dude, man?
Why do you need to know? You trying to hype a situation. Stop.
I said, the dude stay here or something? He like, no, he stay out of town. I said, oh, this out of town. I said to myself, they don't fuck with out of town.
Y'all see what this is. And y'all said there are people who doing exactly what Twan is doing. Just somebody trying to hype a situation to create a situation so they can have a situation to talk about so that they can say they got some background on a situation that everybody else don't have.
This ain't Showtime at the Parlor. If I want to hype man, I'll go on Showtime at the Parlor.
You the hype man.
No.
You trying to be the hype man.
No, I ain't trying to be no damn
you
hype,
trying your best to be too big MC.
No,
you just want to sit there and say, go Hammer, go Hammer, go. So you can say you was on stage with Hammer. Damn, you too big MC. Well, Hammer got rid of too big MC eventually. Stop.
Oh, man, stop. But you the same clown ass niggas. Whatever y'all do and stuff, take care of yourself. Be the reason somebody smile. Man, get the hell up out of here.
I'm the one telling you to stop.
No, I'm not smiling.
Stop trying to hype a situation that don't need to be hyped.
You cool? No, I'm cool. You good? I'm all right. Oh, you checking my pockets? I thought I had to go back to the 2000s.
So you all right?
Yeah, I'm always all right.
You don't hit your head. That's right back down.
Twan, is that old Dave?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
Is that old Dave?
No, I'm good. Yeah. I always eat it, fine.
Twan.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Was that old Dave?
No, I don't know. Wait, I ain't seen him yet. He here, though.
Oh.
What you want all day for? Tell him to call in?
I just wanted to check on him. I talked to the brother once. I just want to check on him, see how he doing. That's it.
No, he good. He won it. Yeah, he good. Well, I'm gone, man. I got something to do. Probably gotta go. I don't know, do something in my life.
Talk to you later, too big MC.
Fuck off, you jerk. No, see, hey, that's why. How your health is, man? I know you was say your iron or whatever. You was feeling cold and hot yesterday.
Nah, I was getting cold chills. It hasn't actually happened today, so I don't know. Maybe
I think it's a 24-hour virus.
maybe lemon pound cake has iron in it.
Maybe that damn AI cake he sent you and everything happened to you or something. You think it triggered that Brent sent you? What you think?
Maybe, Twan. That could be.
So when you get a checkup or whatever, the CAT scan ran up on you. I want to see a extra bone or some piece of egg he left up in there.
I do have an extra bone.
I mean, extra shells from the egg shells or something on your CAT scan.
That was childish. I couldn't help it. He just brought it up for no reason, just the extra bone. Hey, Twan, hey, enjoy your weekend, man.
No, I'm jumping you and your brother.
Hey, are you gonna make it down to the big party?
Man, I want to see you though, man. Real talk, though. I want to see you and probably body slam your brother.
Are you gonna make it down to the big party?
Yeah.
Okay.
You coming, man?
No.
Come on, man. I'll buy your orange juice or something, man.
No, I'm
Show
good.
your face, man.
I'm
We chilling
good.
in the cut, man.
I'm good.
You're not
I got
good, man.
I got
You know
I
you're
got
not
a little
good.
baby here with me, and I'm pretty sure it's not the appropriate place for a 7-year-old.
Well, I'll watch little baby. You run there for 5 minutes, then come back and get
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I seen this girl. It was this one on Facebook, and man, I seen a girl in a club, man, had a little baby in there. This baby had to be no more than probably, 6 months? No, I give him on almost a year. I was like, man, what type? I seen on Facebook today, real talk. Like, man, what type of party this? A party, man. Shake your booty and all that crazy. I'm like, man, I ain't never seen no baby in a club like this. Yeah. But all right, man, I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right.
You have a safe weekend.
You do the
in
same,
chat,
Twan.
too. And go to hell, man.
All right. All right. That was Twan. I don't understand. You can pronounce it anyway. What do you mean you can pronounce it anyway? You can't. There are rules. There are rules. It could be Levison. No, it can't. No, it can't. Oh, boy. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what's happening, and I'm not feeding it. I want to see everybody get along, and people gonna have misunderstandings and differences that ain't misunderstanding. Like, everything ain't a misunderstanding. Some stuff is, you said some stuff, I didn't like it, I didn't appreciate it. Well, I meant what I said. If you didn't like it, then that's on you. And then you're like, all right then. So now we don't like each other for this. Sometimes that happens. I don't know. I'm just not into the whole hyping up stuff. I'm really not into the whole hyping up stuff. And there are people who just love to do that. There are people who just love to do it. It's not me. Oh boy. But it does happen. But that wasn't even really what I didn't intend on talking about any of that. None of that was on my agenda to talk about today. I was going to bring up the fact that Donald Trump said that, I can't quote what he said. Did Time magazine. I know all of y'all done probably seen the headlines and, read the stories. But basically, Donald Trump is saying now, I might not be able to get prices down. So, I know eggs is high, and I might not be able to bring the price down. But wasn't that one of the things that you promised? Wasn't that one of the things that he promised to get elected? That all of the Trump hypers was saying? Like, that was one of the economy. Got to get these prices down. Remember, what's his name? Who wear the eyeliner? Your vice president-elect. Why can't I think of it? J.D. Vance. Standing in front of the eggs. Remember? They going to get them prices down. Trump's like, okay, we're not going to get the prices down. The prices is high. They up there high. I don't know what to tell y'all. They probably still gonna be high. That was not what he said when he was running. Well, people break campaign promises all the time. We told y'all that man was lying. We told y'all what he was saying was just a flat out lie. We told y'all. Yeah, he actually had some of these people thinking, we ain't gonna have no problems when I get in office. The economy gonna go back to 1990. Everything gonna be good. There's gonna be a chicken in every pot. I know that wasn't 1990, but I thought about it and figured I'd throw that in there. We gonna go back to low gas prices, low food prices, low inflation, low interest rates. Everything is going to work out just because I'm in office. I can fix everything in 24 hours. Wars? What? Talking about wars around the world? Nope. They're going to all end. 24 hours. He the one gave himself the 24-hour timeline, not me. He literally said he can fix it in 24 hours. And people believe that. And I'll just be thinking, what do people think? Like, how do you listen to that and be like, he telling the truth. He telling the truth. And then, come on shows arguing with people who just trying to, use common sense to be like, he not going to be able to turn the stuff around in 24 hours. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He said he can turn around in 24 hours. You believe that. You believe that. And now, they going to make excuses for why he can't. It's Biden's fault that he can't turn it around in 24 hours. It's Biden's fault. But what about he made the promise? Well, he wouldn't have made the promise if it wasn't for Joe Biden. I don't know exactly how they going to spin it, but they going to try to spin it. Somehow it's Biden's fault that he promised to bring gas prices down, bring egg prices down, bring food prices down, bring gas prices down, bring inflation down, bring interest rates down. All of that is Biden's fault that he promised to do all of that. And now he's saying, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to do it. But I have a commemorative gold coin that you can buy for $500. It's a limited amount. Got some more. It's not DTF. What's the little cards that he was selling? I can't remember what the thing is. Got some more of those. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. Again, I hope I'm wrong. But when I say that, remember when he got elected, I said NFTs. Thank y'all. Y'all bought some NFTs. Sierra and Myosha, they got money. So they might have bought some of them Trump NFTs as an investment. I'm pretty sure Myosha did. She just got money to waste. But remember I told y'all when he got elected, I said, look, forget all of that stuff. I'm on the Trump bandwagon. I can't wait for him to get gas prices back down to $1.25. The man said he gonna work these miracles. I'm waiting for him to work these miracles. So I'm gonna just believe the best. I'm gonna believe the best. And basically now he has come out and said, yo, E, don't believe this shit. I know I said it, but don't be expecting me to do what I said I could do. Don't be expecting me to do what all of them people told you that I could do. I said it, but I can't do that. I can't do that. Who do you think I am? You want me to get gas prices down? Who do you think I am? You want me to get food prices down? Who do you think I am? The president can't do that. Not, on his own. And I know I got the House, the Senate, the White House, and the court. But it's going to take more than that. Fame.
Hey, Manny, how you doing?
Fame, I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I was just the conversations today. First of all, hey, you know what I found interesting? The PA shooter, or not? I said PA shooter. The healthcare shooter,
Mm-hmm.
Luigi Mangione. They found him in. He was found in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
You know what is about? You know what city is 3 hours from Altoona, Pennsylvania?
No, what city?
Reading, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Just trying to show to the previous caller that that's not a Cincinnati, local, colloquialism. That's just how the word is pronounced.
Yes.
Reading, things like that. A lot of times, especially when it's a proper noun. But yeah, man, it was going off on, I don't know what these podcast wars are coming from or whatever, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm very willing to mediate with anyone, caller or podcaster, because it's really not necessary. We're just trying to have some entertainment and get some news from a different perspective, and get a little entertainment out of it, and y'all come in beefing, and he did not talk. He did not allow that woman to talk for 55 minutes per se, but it was a long ass phone call. I do remember that. Because it was a long ass phone call, because I said something to him at the end of the show yesterday, like, I was able to come up with, finish your personality profile, because it told me a lot about him, that phone call. And I was supposed to call him today, but I had a long morning, so I just stayed in bed, and didn't even get to listen to the show today. I was kind of upset by that, but yeah, man, because like Nathan, your brother, like I've got no reason to like him. I don't think we've ever met in person. But yeah, he kind of, used to diss my crew on radio and on these podcasts on your show. I just never thought nothing of it and whatnot, because it was just like, all right, man, it was like, I ain't, But at the same time, I know that he cares about Cincinnati. His heart's in the right place. Missteps and all, what I had no idea that he was even remotely considered to be an Kabaka Aba. I thought they would have been on the same team.
Well, I can only speak to that because I know they weren't like in any way, shape, or form opposed to one another.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for people to be saying that he was connected to it or whatever, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of, the words he was using, like your brother was using, like defamation and blah blah blah. I don't think he could sue that person that said it, because they don't. I don't know what they have. I'm not going to speculate, but I just don't think they have anything worth suing in court if I'm him. But yeah, that is a strong charge to be levying on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was clear who the people were that did it, that were involved. I mean, all you had to do was go to Junebug. You'd seen those people's faces on the wall. But I digress. You took economics 101, microeconomics, didn't you?
Say that again?
You're a college-educated guy. You took microeconomics, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Law of diminishing returns. When you don't get the satisfaction from the same activity that you once did. It's fastly creeping in on twins. Like there's no need to be going at folks, and like if you read the comments, like these people, the sensible people in the audience, not just the people who are like relatives or best friends of the podcaster, the sensible people in the audience are like getting fed up with your act. I mean, tell us Cincinnati don't deal with out-of-towners. Nigga, what is you talking about? That's how you got popular, because you're an out-of-towner. from being an out of towner and using, your local lexicon, bringing it to Cincinnati, and your playing and whatnot. Because if you listen to what's being said, it's like, oh wow, man. I mean, like I said, is this an adult podcast, or is this straight talk with Etna and the kids on the Wiz? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let's not start dissing and whatnot. And if that was a diss, I apologize, because I don't come out to attack people. There's only one person in podcast history that I just don't like, don't fuck with. Like, that person better never speak to me, or else he'll be Kabaka. And he knows who he is. I'm not gonna say, he's married to a big ass niggly bear. But I'm not gonna say that person's name. But coincidentally, he has an issue with your brother. So it's like, what's your problem, guy? You know what I'm saying? You hate everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I wish people would really stop that kind of stuff. Just say your piece and go. I would have never been on Wyatt's line or your line for 55 minutes myself. I'd be trying to get off the phone in 5 minutes. I said my piece. I'm trying to go. You want to react and talk with me? That's fine. But I'm still trying to get out of here. That KRS-One shit. 4 minutes and seconds. So because I grew up in that era, not the podcast where you don't have stop sets and you got to get to a commercial break.
Yes.
I grew up in that era where they had to get off the phone. They would hang up on you because they got to get their next commercial set in. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop doing that, y'all. Miss Janice Robertson, she's 100% accurate. Y'all talking too much about people and effing with people. Like I said, I know that Nathan Livingston, whatever his situation is, wherever he left Cincinnati, I know that at the end of the day, he cares. He's got literal blood on the ground in Cincinnati for 30 years now. That's stained. Not just that recent shit at Kroger. I'm talking about going back to the hustler shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 years of blood on this ground. So it's like I gotta respect it whether I like him or not. And you should too, if you really care about Cincinnati. Respect the effort. But I digress. I got to go to a party myself. I was going to go downtown and holler at Lincoln, but it was just like, I don't feel like dealing with them old-ass folks. I'm going to go to somebody else's graduation party that's more closer to home and more closer to my age. All right? So it's been real. I had fun. And I'll holler at y'all hopefully Monday or Tuesday or the next time Emanuel comes on, or Wyatt. But until then, y'all be safe.
All right. That was Faye. Oh, my goodness. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Look, y'all, for real. People can get along or not get along. Again, I'm not a peacemaker. I don't mind playing peacemaker if, necessary. I had kids, you know what I'm saying? They get into a fight and pull them apart. And you apologize. Or really, no, I was more of, tell me what happened. Okay, you was wrong. You shouldn't have did that. You apologize. And then you didn't have to react that way because you could have just came and got me. So you apologize maybe for overreacting. All right. If I had to do it, I could do it. But I don't think it's necessary with grown people. You got grown people, man. Grown people talk to each other. Talk to each other. Pick up the phone. Call somebody. Or just let it be. Be mad at somebody. My issue ain't necessarily with the people who mad at each other, who beefing with each other, whatever. I didn't hear what Marquetta said. I didn't hear what Wyatt did or didn't do. None of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Let them handle their business. Let them be mad at each other. You can be mad at each other. You can be mad at people. You can disagree with people. I don't know. We can disagree and not come to blows because we don't agree. We can disagree and not talk about each other recklessly. Talk about the issue or whatever. You can do all of that. Or you can disagree. You can talk about each other and then you can hate each other. But we don't need hype men hyping it up. I remember being a kid and I saw more fights off the strength of, ooh, ooh. I saw more fights off the strength of that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Something that would have been nothing, just two people walk by each other and somebody bump somebody. Oh, my bad. But man, if you got a crowd around and somebody bumps somebody, ooh, he bumped you, dog. You gonna take that? Ooh, ooh. And then, why you bump me? It was an accident, man. Damn. Ooh, he said, damn. Ooh, you gonna take that? You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, something that would have been nothing if it was just them two dudes. It's a fight. Because you got a crowd of people saying, ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know why we covered our mouths when we said ooh. We covered our mouths when we said ooh. I don't know why. I promise I don't. Ooh, 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 he got you, bro. Ooh. Don't be the ooh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the instigator. Don't be the instigator. If something gonna jump off, let it jump off. Let it jump off. It is what it is. Let it be what it's gonna be. Let it be that. If something jump off, let it be that. But you don't need to be there instigating. Twone. Alethea.
Yes. How are you?
Alethea, I'm doing good. How is your?
Good too.
How was your?
I'm not calling to fight you.
Okay. How is your terrible sense of humor?
Well, you could call it what you want. Yeah, we do have different levels of sense of humor, but you preaching to the choir. You so going off on people talking about you need to be telling the people that's beefing, that has the issue, take it up with that man. This show and other podcasts, it really shows the level of maturity that men have now. And really, kids have no win coming up because look how the older people fight. Like, they fight. And these are men. These are men folk. It should be definitely a different level of an example of how people should communicate. These podcasts now is kind of like feminine. Like, it's real feminine. It's cattish, and it's hard as a woman to sit there and respect a male when they act in this manner. So when you going off and you saying, oh, don't be the one hyping it up. No, don't let the one to be fighting or picking a fight. Tell them to go to the source. Go to the source. It's none of our business.
Well, Alethea,
yes.
I think that was what he said that he was trying to do today. Like, he said he was trying to call the show and send messages to the show today. So he was trying to go to the source, is what he said.
Well, I hope he works it out because I don't think nobody else should be involved in that. You know what I mean? So everybody else can be part of that and carrying the bone, screenshots, and all that other stuff because it's horrible. Like, everybody on this podcast is probably over 50 years old. That's ridiculous.
I agree.
And you got to get your sense of humor together too.
My sense of humor is good. Your sense of humor, I don't know. You was talking about it was.
Don't talk about me. Bye.
I could see if. Did you hang up? She hung up. I think it was an accident. I think she accidentally hung up. But I could see somebody saying, they were entertained by it or something like that. I could see somebody saying that, but she was like, it was hilarious. It was not hilarious. It was not hilarious. Um. Oh, she said bye. I didn't hear her say bye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't hear her say bye. Okay. Okay. My bad. I didn't hear bye. I heard her laugh, and I was running my mouth, so I didn't hear her what she said. The speakers is over there, so I'm struggling to. I'm gonna work that out and get me a nice little. Well, I have a wireless in-ear system that I'll plug in, and I'll be able to hear everything here. But so, all right. She said bye, bye, Alethea. Oh, I like friendly beefs. Now, I will have a friendly beef with you every day of the week. Every day of the week. Long as we not arguing, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Long as we not arguing for real, I will have a friendly beef with you every day of the week. Hold on, I got to send a quick message. All right. Marquetta. Marquetta. Denise? Hello? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Oh, it just went away. Hello.
What's up, Emanuel? Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Long time no hear from. I see my name keep popping up in your chat. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Nothing going on with me.
Like this Marquetta. You ain't got my caller ID up like you usually do. You usually like this Marquetta.
I said Marquetta.
Oh.
You didn't hear me?
What's going on with you? Oh, but I can hear you well now.
All right. What's on your mind?
Okay, let me address some things. How long have I been calling you, Emanuel?
Ooh. Feel like 20 years.
20 plus years. And have we ever agreed on anything?
Yeah.
Most things.
We agree here and there.
On most things.
Yeah.
But when we disagree, a battle. Am I right or wrong?
When you say that again?
When we disagree, it's a battle.
That's right.
The last time I talked with you, your girl was running for president, and I explained to you why I was choosing a third party. Now, for people who think that their life is going to be significantly impacted by Republicans or Democrats, that might have been offensive because ain't too many green people in Congress, Senate. You understand? So I get the gripe. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't try to say I was crazy because of a third party vote. Because who is it? What's the man with the beard and the mortuary suit? What's his name? Cornel West. He ran for a third party presidency. You think he crazy? Hello?
I don't know. I don't think he's crazy, but he's crazy if he thought he had a chance at winning. Then yes, he's crazy. But I don't think he actually thought
he had a chance of winning. I think he was just running as an alternative to who was running. And a third party, when you build a third party, you got to get at least 5% of the vote in order for the government to allow you to get public funds to fund your political party. So most third parties, that's what they gain. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to get about 5% of the vote. Jill Stein, this election, I think she got 4%. but she won in areas that she targeted. She won. She out campaigned and won in places like Dearborn, Michigan, where there's a lot of Arab Muslims who wasn't down for the continued bombing in the Middle East, whether it be from Trump or the Biden administration. So that was probably the last time that I called you because it was such a blow up, and I don't like for you hollering and screaming. So that, and I don't mean you.
And you know
I
what?
don't. A matter of fact, like I tell people, I don't mention you.
Okay.
And I've actually blocked people for talking bad or talking down on you. I don't dislike you. I love you as a brother, right?
I
I just
believe
don't
that.
agree with some of the things that you say. Okay. The problem I'm hearing, I've been watching your show the last couple of days. The problem is this messiness. You know, I'm from Cincinnati. I don't live there now. Told you I moved. Did I tell you I moved?
No.
I moved. I don't live in Cincinnati no more. But when I lived in Cincinnati, I thought that out of all of the candidates, I thought Mika Owens was a good candidate. She came to the NAACP forum and she said, "Look, what I'm going to do is focus in on housing because it's so many kids in public school who homeless that that's going to be my focus and concentration." So she won my vote for that. Mika wears pink. She wears pink, I believe, not just because of Mary Kay affiliation, but because of breast cancer awareness, right? And her being a Democrat, she was most likely trying to make sure that black women in particular got their breast exams because we so high risk. So Mika Owens is a good public servant, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Okay.
How she do her makeup, I don't care how she do her makeup. What difference does that make? What are her policies? So when I moved out of the city, I was reading national news. You know, I like to be informed. Nothing's crazy about reading. Nothing's crazy about being well informed about what's going on in the world. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Hello?
Hold on. Who called you crazy?
We gonna get there.
Uh,
Cause I ain't never called nobody's name on Wyatt's show, and I keep hearing, the one dude in your chat talking about somebody was talking about him. I was talking about as a group, the group, because it made national news on USA Today. Mika Owens' hiring choice for her council replacement. It was on USA Today, and they showed her notes. They went through every note for every candidate, and they showed what her thought process was in hiring folks. The two black men, Gabe and Ozzy, she said they would not be ready on day one. She said that they would not, to sum it up, they would not be able to help fundraise for the Democratic Party or for her. They just didn't have, I guess, the networking. So the person that she did chose, based off of her notes, was saying this person is a strong candidate because he knows the city services or he got some sort of affiliation or previous experience. She said he would be ready on day one. Now, I don't listen to Lincoln Ware because there's no substance there. It's a lot of, in my opinion, everybody, right? You got a talk show, you got your number scrolling at the bottom, call in, talk your opinion. So in my opinion, Lincoln Ware ain't got a substantive show. He's entertaining, he's fun. You could talk about headlines, but you can't really get into subject matter. So I don't really waste my time with that. But the one day that I did, she was on and she was being interviewed. And I liked what she said. She said, I have secured $50,000 to ensure that this community that voted me in don't get evicted. I have created data points to help recognize when youth would be at risk for violence. I believe something to that effect. That's what she was saying. And I'm blocked on the bus. When you mention my name or when you tag my name on the bus, I can't see that for your instigators. I can't see that. Somebody got to come tell me about that. But what I was reading was the audience itself, not one or two persons. The audience as a group, male and female, was tearing Mika Owens up. Oh, she ugly. Her makeup bad. She's stupid. She a sellout. And I think the biggest contention that me and you have had through the years have been gender politics and how people disrespect and get off on the disrespect of black women. Like it's just a thing to do. You ain't got nothing else to talk about. You talk about black women. And we've talked about that. So Mika Owens fits that black woman that needs to be protected criteria, in my opinion. So if you haven't heard the call, I called Wyatt's show and I talked about my opinion on that. And I said, there's people in your community right now that's being murdered. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't no concern. Ain't no task force. Ain't nobody demanding cameras. Ain't nobody demanding, let's put a $15,000 reward up as a community so we can find out who killed that 11-year-old in the park. So we can figure out who killed that 5-year-old while he was asleep. So we can figure out who shot that young lady at 19, 20 years old and left her in Mount Airy Park. From my opinion, that would be a criticism to take to city council and say, city council, y'all should put some money behind these things. But I don't live there. So I really don't have a dog in that fight. But for me to be able to speak my opinion on your show for 20 years, that's the reason why I love you. We don't have to agree. But the fact that you allow me that platform, I think that's so cool. The fact that I'm allowed to call in and say, I don't have to call the board again. I done said whatever I wanted to say through the years against all y'all presidents, against a war, right? So I don't have the need, but I wanted to get that off my chest because that hurted me to see that sister being flamed like that and being rejected by people outside of the community who didn't even vote her in.
Well, I personally, because you share your opinion, I hear what you're saying, but I had a problem with her decision of who to give that seat to. I had a problem with her taking those shots at those black men. It is something that I find that a lot of people.
What shot did she take?
What did she say about Ozzy? Something about his inappropriateness.
She said Ozzy. She said she has seen him be inappropriate with women.
Why would you have to say that? Why would you have to mention that?
But that was in her personal hiring notes.
Why would she then allow people to get access to something where she's basically down in a black man? You can't say, I'm a black woman, I deserve to be protected, while I attack black men and give away a black majority to white people. But protect me because I'm black.
How is that an attack?
What?
How is that an attack?
That's clearly an attack. How do you say, especially in 2024, Me Too, all of that kind of stuff. So if you're saying that that this black man is inappropriate with women, that is clearly an attack. Objectively speaking.
No, I love Ozzy. He's one of the callers I've ever heard from the male community that has said if what Marquetta is saying about black women being murdered every 5 years, the task force in the city need to get involved. I've heard him say that. And I don't know Ozzy, so I don't know how he might behave with women. But can you discount her opinion? Did she see that?
Again, let's
and if she saw that and she thought that, no, listen to what I'm saying. If you a man, right, and you looking for a job, and I know you or I've seen you in the community, I don't know, slander a woman while she was dying of cancer. I don't know. Maybe talk about people's kids, and I did something that didn't sit well with me, and I got the chance to interview you. You think I'm not gonna make that a point in my notes And that she didn't release those notes by free will, I don't think. I think those notes came out by freedom of information request. So people investigated,
But
like you
if
said,
she
why are you
knew
giving
that,
the
but
majority over to
she
this white
knows,
person?
but Marquetta, she knows that the things that she's doing is subject to FOIA. She knows that. So you can't just be, oh, she was just so innocent. She was just making notes and, she didn't ever intend on those notes to get out. And hold on. If I saw so-and-so be inappropriate with a woman and he come to me looking for a job and that's the reason why I ain't got to write it down. I know dude is inappropriate with women, so I'm not going to give him the job. Why would I have to write that down in my notes just in case I forget? She know that stuff is subject to FOIA.
Inflammatory. I think it was, and so you think that was inflammatory enough for the community to come out against her because the key demographic, like you said, is that black majority on city council. You don't have that no more. But it was Reggie who decided to leave that seat.
But
it was Reggie's decision. It was Reggie's decision
as
a black male to hand over his power to Mika.
To a black woman.
That was right, his and her decision.
Right, you would think that would be safe. Marquette, let me ask you. If I said, look, we got this black majority, and if something happened and I happen to step down, Marquetta, you choose my next person. Don't you think I'm fully expecting that you're going to honor the will of the voters and maintain a black majority? Or do you think that I really believe Marquetta going to give it to a white dude?
Well, I know you don't think I'm going to give it to a white dude.
Why? Why wouldn't I? You might have some notes about black men.
I would expect you to expect me to do what's in the best interest of the city as a public servant with the most qualified candidate. And I think, in my opinion, just like you have yours, I believe that's what she did.
And so you believe that...
Without more experience.
Wait, just so I'm clear, you genuinely believe that white guy is more qualified than every black person in the city of Cincinnati?
Did every black person in the city of Cincinnati apply for that job, Emanuel? You're exaggerating.
No, I'm not. You said he's the most qualified person. Hold on. Here's why. Marquetta, here's why I'm not exaggerating. He said he didn't apply for the job. He said she sought him out. So it's not she basically then, using, your criteria for the job, she said he's more qualified than every nigga in Cincinnati.
Well, sound like she headhunted. When you have, I don't know if you have ever made any hiring decisions, but you have vast days. You can look through them all. And none of them people could be a good match. None of them people could be a good fit. And you have to go outside of your normal method. You got to go to a temporary service or a headhunter and do a little more picking based off of her notes. She seemed to, because of his previous experience in City Hall. Now, I get the race thing.
Wait, but hold on. Before you go to that, if you don't mind, may I ask you? Again, my question is, do you genuinely believe that guy is more qualified than every black person in Cincinnati?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. But based off of the candidates that she interviewed and based off of her reasoning and based off the fact that I trust her and I voted for her, so I trust her judgment, I'm going to lean with Mika and her hiring decision being in the best interest for the people and what she said in her notes for her party and for her political campaign. That's why she hired dude. Basically, that's what she said. He could help me raise some money for the Democratic Party. He could help raise some money for me, and he was viable because he had previous experience. He know the ins and outs of City Hall. Now, I get the gripe. Don't get me wrong. When I'm talking about to veer from that is the name calling. This, the whole, and my thing about Democrats is y'all cool with, not y'all, I don't mean that as personal attack towards you. I'm just saying as
I get it.
Far as the Democratic Party stance, they with men in bathrooms. They with men being women and dressing up as women and men being beautiful and wearing makeup and all that. But the attack on her appearance, so because she didn't hire the way that we wanted or that we thought was in the best interest of the black community, she all kind of dog face, makeup, wig wearing, what's one of them things? And to DC, you wasn't the only one saying that, brother. A hit dog will holler though, but you wasn't the only one saying that. And I never said your name in particular. I was talking about the conversation I saw from the group on the buzz. So the whole personal attack thing is so petty. And that's why we don't get nowhere as a people because we constantly fighting and killing each other and finding the most silliest of reasons to demonize each other. Now, let's get to why people keep tagging me. Why do your brother keep tagging me? Well, if you, Nathan Livingston, brother, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care nothing about your investigative skills and your dragging skills. And Emanuel, that's your brother. So you know him better than I do. But he got a history, and it ain't all good. It's not all good. He sit up and talk about people like dogs. The same people that love him, the same community that be listening for his political analysis, he drag them like dogs if they don't agree with him. You know, I said something to him 30 years ago on his blog or whatever. You know, he IP backwards masked me, tried to get me fired, tried to have the Department of Homeland Security investigate me for a comment that I left on his website that he literally got, leave your comment here. So I've ignored him for 20 or 30 years, but he been tagging me all day, all day, all day. I literally had to go in because people was telling me. I literally had to go in and unblock because I had you blocked. Because, see, Lincoln Ware would never let me be Denise. And I'm a federal contractor. I can't afford for people to be trying to drag my name when my background check or my social media background check come back and it's related to all that mess. You see? So I use a pseudo name. But Lincoln Ware doxed me. And I got all of these friend requests from the Buzz audience. Most people in the Buzz audience, they don't like me. I don't care. You're not going to change nothing that I say. You're not going to change my opinion on nothing because I don't need your approval for my opinions. But when I friend you, I'm your friendly. You're not going to come on my page and be like children talking shit about my daddies, people that you don't even know, just because you want to giggle at my expense because you can't handle my conversation. And that's what I was talking about when I was talking to Wyatt. I wasn't making personal attacks on anybody. I was basically saying, look, most of the people who attacking Mika Owen, they don't live in the city. So you're not impacted by homelessness. You're not impacted by youth violence because you're not paying taxes in that district. You don't have to deal with that. So people who live in that area, in my opinion, should keep voting for Mika. Because who else is going to, the white guy she just hired, I don't think he's going to be looking out for nobody's eviction. The white man that's sitting
I don't think he's going to be looking out for Mika.
Looking out for nobody on evictions. You don't think he's going to what?
I don't think he's going to be looking out for Mika.
Out for Mika, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, it happens. But she herself, I think she has a job. If she's a public official. Sure, she's up for scrutiny. Her hiring decision is up for scrutiny. I'm not saying that you shouldn't scrutinize. I'm just saying, why you got to be so petty and drag her makeup, her looks? The nigga in the chat sitting up calling me ugly and fat. What does that get you? How does that help with what your conversation is? You talk your point and push your point.
Well, now hold on. To be fair, to be fair, you did just call Cordell West the dude wearing the mortuary suit. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do stuff for effect.
Okay. I would think, and this again is my opinion, that if we feel so disenfranchised within the city and we feel so impacted by losing the majority vote, shouldn't we as a group come together to create a campaign to get people who really represent the communities that are feeling that pain of those child murders, of that femicide, of that eviction, of that high unemployment, of that poor housing? Shouldn't we take all of that angst and anger and put money behind Ozzie Davis, put
But
some money behind Gabe,
but
put
Marquetta,
some boots on the ground so that when they vote, they viable candidates?
Marquetta, I think that's why people are so upset with Mika. Because people did that. People put boots on the ground. People ran campaigns, and Cincinnati voted for a majority black council. And then she undid it.
He undid it.
No, she undid it.
He undid it.
No.
He took the job. He did not finish his term. He took the job with Buttigieg. He could have made another alternative to how that vote went or how that council person was, because what USA Today kept pointing out was that he was a gay black man. He was a super minority. So if you knew that that stake was so high, and you as a gay black man being such a critical part of council, you had the decision to say, when I leave, I'm going to go for the next top getting, whoever was the next top getting vote person, or I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to the African American Chamber of Commerce and I'm gonna get Kearney and he can sit in until the next election. He had alternatives.
She had alternatives, and she chose to go outside because remember earlier I said, did you think he was the best qualified, more qualified than every black person? And you said, but the people who applied, he didn't apply. She reached out to him, so she could have reached out to anyone in the city of Cincinnati. She made the decision to give away the black majority.
Emanuel, read her notes. She said, dude would be ready day one.
He is not the only person, though.
Who else was, in her opinion, in her decision making, when you read through them notes, she's saying the reason I'm giving him this job is because he can help the party and he knows the ins and outs of City Hall. So she already knew his reputation.
So in other words, she made the decision to undo the will of the, because remember you said the reason that we're on this branch of the conversation, this branched off from, if people don't like the way the city council is, then why don't they get behind some black people and put them in a position and donate money, and hopefully then Cincinnati will vote for them to be on council. And the reason we're having this portion is because people did just that, and they voted to have a majority black city council, and she looked at the people, all of that work, and said, F y'all, I'm calling this white dude and putting him in.
That sounds like your take on it. We all got opinions.
That's 100% factual.
What I got, that's not what I got out of it. Again, I'm going based off of her notes. Her notes say she interviewed Gabe. He a good guy. He seems knowledgeable. He don't have enough experience. He wouldn't be ready on day one. She interviewed this one. She interviewed that one. Basically the same thread of conversation. Good person, knowledgeable, wouldn't be ready on day one. This candidate that I'm selecting is going to be ready on day one based off of what I've seen him do previously.
Okay, let me ask you one more question then.
That she should, wait a minute. Let me finish that with my statement.
Go ahead.
I do agree she could have opened up her hiring pool.
She did.
And could have pulled in previously elected officials and say to, I don't know, Dwight Tillery or somebody to say, come in and help steer my decision so that it does stay a black majority. She dropped the ball on that. And I ain't saying that her hiring decision was right. I'm just saying based off the information that's available, I understand why she made that decision. But go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Do you believe that...
Don't use belief with me. because we know what
No,
beliefs are,
I'm
right?
asking about your
Prove the
belief.
belief.
So it's just your
Opinion.
belief.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, I'm
Of
just
my opinion.
yeah. Do you believe that there is not a single qualified black person in Cincinnati that would have been available or ready on day one who could also fundraise in Cincinnati?
Smitherman.
Huh?
I think Smitherman would have been a good choice. I think Chris Smitherman would have been an excellent choice.
But she didn't go for him.
Chris Smitherman should have. That's who I'm saying to you, based off of the information that I seen that she interviewed the candidates that she had up. And I get the gripe. I hear you. You lost the supermajority. That's what we have votes for. Next time y'all go up to vote is because you had somebody which y'all are saying is sell out that seat. Then get strong so that you don't have that happen again.
We did
So
get
the
strong.
Next candidate, who was behind Mika Owens' candidacy? You keep saying that. Who was behind Mika and Reggie?
It doesn't matter who was behind him. They got elected.
You saying we was strong. You saying we was strong.
Black people were behind them. Black people.
Who?
Black people.
Like who?
All of them that voted for him.
I voted for Mika because I saw her on the NAACP voters forum. I didn't. I think I voted for Reggie. I think I voted for Reggie because he was also talking about funding housing some kind of way when he was running. Either way it go, I understand the gripe. We all got opinions, like everybody got belly buttons and booty holes. But the point that I'm getting at is the personal dragging of the sister is not necessary. I basically read Cornell chooses mortuary type clothes, old Southern style preacher clothes, in one of his interviews. That said of himself that he ain't call himself a mortuary, but
exactly
that he dresses black and white. It's that he dresses in a classical black and white Southern preacher style of clothes as a homage, I guess, to the Southern style preachers. But mortuary also undertakers also, wear the black and white thing. And I mean, he's not an attractive guy, but I'm not gonna sit up and nag him about having a gap in his teeth. I'm not gonna sit up and gaslight him because he won't get a decent fade because he got a bad afro. I'm not gonna sit up and gaslight him because all he marry is white women while talking black power. I mean, it's the politic. It's the issue of the politics.
But you do realize that even just by saying that,
politics,
that's exactly what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
No,
it's like me seeing a chick. Come on, Marquette. It's like me seeing a chick and me saying, I'm not going to say I'm not attracted to you because you fat. I'm not going to say I'm unattracted to you because you ugly. I'm not going to say I'm unattracted to you because you got on a bad weave. I'm not going to say it. By saying all of that, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Not a bad weave. Did you go there? Not a bad weave. Anyway, that was the point. That was the point of my phone call to Mr. Wyatt. And Mr. Wyatt just seemed a little disturbed that people come in his chat, play cutesy with him, and then come over to your chat and talk stuff about him. And like I told him, he should be happy that those people exposed themselves so that they out of your circle. And you know what snakes is in the grass. You ain't sitting up, coddling with enemies of yours. But that's where the conversation stemmed from. That's my take on it. I agree, and I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It makes sense. I'm not mad at you because we disagree.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you, Emanuel. I don't think that you crazy because you voted for Joe Biden. And did you know that he was accused of rape?
I knew that allegation had been floated. Yes.
Did you know that somebody said his daughter wrote in her that she was taking showers with Biden until she was like 10?
And I know that she said that she didn't.
But the diary was verified by the FBI the same way Hunter's laptop was verified by the FBI in 2019. And the point is that they are all bad. All U.S. presidents got some form of dirt that's like terrible. So I don't see like right now, Biden is giving $50 billion more to Ukraine. That that doesn't help grocery prices. You know what I'm saying? Even though the economy is doing very well globally, the economy has recovered from COVID
Well,
era,
I
but
think it's
I don't
reasonable
see how
from
giving money to Ukraine helps
I
him.
think it's reasonable from his perspective to do that. If you believe that uh, helping a nation under attack from what people consider to be an enemy is important, and you know you leaving, and the person who coming in is probably not going to help them because they want to see the enemy win, it makes sense that I would dump a big boat of money on you because you probably ain't going to get none for the next 4 years.
At the expense of your population who experiencing high grocery prices, who can't afford daily living,
It's going to
at
be
the
high
expense of a
grocery prices
population.
either way.
It, either way, okay. So why jump $75 billion, $175 billion in Ukraine? We not over there. The people who voted you in live in America. The people who depend on your leadership don't live in the Ukraine. And the Ukraine is not a part of NATO. NATO is our ally.
Well, to use your argument
Nations.
for Mika, maybe he feel like he's doing what's best.
You sound silly. But the point is, he's the president.
I just used your
and
argument.
doing what's best should be in the service of the community that voted him in. Mika, in my opinion, she did what was best for the people of Cincinnati, in her opinion. That Black Americans do not benefit from the war in Ukraine in no way. That's going to take us into a world war.
And
like
I
you're seeing.
don't know that Black Cincinnati will benefit from old boy being in office and not having a black majority there.
How was having a black majority helping?
Because whether or not they vote the way that you want them to vote, there is something to be said for shared experience. So even though I don't agree with your outcome, the idea being that you've had some of the, so you're not just coming from a, I've never experienced that, and so I'm making a decision based on my whiteness. At least you can add some blackness to the decision that you're making, and hopefully then your decision will be best for everybody and not just for your people.
Okay,
That's the
I'm not
point
really
of
sure
black
what you did there.
representation.
But
Not that
as a
they're always going to
community,
agree
as-
with you, but that they take
that
those shared
sounds good,
experiences.
But you're saying yourself the black representation failed with Mika Owens because as a black person, she used her power and voted in the interest of a white man.
Right.
So having a black majority might look good. The optics might look good, but how has the city services impacted the black community? Has the black community in Cincinnati grown?
Well,
Did you know black Cincinnati businesses bring in $2.1 billion a year? Did you know that?
I would say,
I saw that in the news. I was so excited.
I would say that while you can't say that the black majority helped, the hope is that they minimized, at the very least, and maybe they helped, but at the very least, they minimized the hurt. Otherwise, why even vote for black people? Just have all white people make all the decisions.
There you go. Now, wait a minute. You might be saying something because it was under Mark Mallory that you got that gentrification. It was under, who was it? What's the lady name? Alicia Reese and Mayor Lucan that the Huntington Meadows people got put out. It was under, what's Aftab Pureval, who is non-black and non-white, who came back and apologized to the black community about the Kenyan bear. No black politician ever knew that black people was forcibly removed from over the Rhine, and that impacted their housing outcomes for generations, and nobody ever, black or white, thought it appropriate to apologize to the black community for that. It took an Indian man.
I thought I heard Scotty Johnson do that.
Oh, okay. But he was under an Indian mayor. and I love Scotty Johnson, even though he served dude that drink, let them people serve dude that drink like that. But the point is, we all have opinions. You can talk show. You type in at the bottom, call in with your opinions. 7 women I brought down. And the other guy, he got a talk show. It say call in with your opinion. Lincoln Ware, he got a talk show. It say call in with your opinion. So I have, just like you. You have the right to make an opinion on my opinion. I had a right to make an opinion on your opinion.
Yeah.
And if you think that me dogging Cornell West and saying he looked like a mortician, she shouldn't have said that. You got the right to say that. Same way I got the right to say he looked like a mortician. Now, if you say as a black man, I feel like that's an attack on black masculinity and black manhood, et cetera, et cetera. You got that right. Same way I got the right to say the same exact thing about Mika Owens.
You do.
I got that right. You don't. No, nobody is going to silence me and try to punk me and think that you sitting up calling me names somehow put fear in my heart. You don't pay none of these views. I don't even know you once I hang up from these Facebook shows and whatnot. Ain't no beef because I just block you. Like, I don't have no problems in Katy, Texas. We got to, it's quiet and peaceful. And once I hang up from here, this conversation is over. My opinion been stated. Your opinion been stated. We done. But don't keep dragging and tagging my name and leave my children alone. Leave my children alone. Leave my mom and my dad. Leave my grandparents alone. Not you. I'm just saying in general. I wouldn't attack somebody's wife because I don't like what they said. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't go in on it's the conversation between me and you. I'm not going to gather your kids. I'm not going to gather your mama and your daddy and your grandma. Don't call in until you call your grandma. That's Lincoln Ware. Nigga, mind your business. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to take it. We don't have to take it where people been taking it, but people been taking it there because you're petty. You ain't got nothing else to do with your time. And I've been calling you for 20 years. A lot of the things that we talk about, ain't nobody talking about that. Pat yourself on the back for being out the loop. And sometimes we argue just for the sake of argument.
Me?
Because
I never
that's what
do that.
you do. I'm sorry.
Me, I never do that.
Yes, you do. You said to me, you said that, man, I love you. I don't have no ill will towards you, Emanuel. I done talked to you for 20 years. The reason why I respect you so much and love you so much is because you allow that banter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I done called Reverend Al Sharpton. He hang up within a minute. He hang up in a minute of the phone call, but I hear nothing you talking about, girl. And he click and hang up just as quick. You don't do that. Me and you've been talking for 45 minutes. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to argue and fight and walk away and hate each other. And we don't have to create a hate campaign against each other. We don't have to sit up. Now, the personal attacks, the calling home, security calling, doing the backwards IP search on and chasing me through the internet for 20 and 30 years, bruh. Only thing you got to do is read Assata Shakur's books. Only thing you got to do is Wayne Brown's books. Only thing you got to do is read the history of Stephen Biko. Read the history of Thomas Sankara, and you'll kind of understand my thinking, and you won't be in such opposition to me. You will understand kind of where I'm coming from, because it's always black people who destroyed Biko. It was black people who destroyed Sankara in Africa. It was black people who destroyed Malcolm X. When you really get down to it, they say it was black people who destroyed Martin Luther King. So we got to change our paradigm, how we talk, how we collectively organize, what's really important, how we utilize our race-based political power, not to benefit, like you just said. We've elected somebody who threw away our race-based power to somebody, and now we don't have that race-based power no more. So we got to figure out a new strategy and get strong and make the candidates that we want and know gonna serve us, make them strong so that they can withstand the attack from the supermajority.
All right.
So
I got to get out of here.
Appreciate you talking. I done said everything I need to say. You ain't got to without me calling the buzz or your show because I said what I need to say. And y'all want to argue and go back and forth, I'm gonna block you because I'm about to go in here and cook and I think we're gonna go to the movies later tonight. So you have a good night, Emanuel. I thought that I should let my voice be heard considering everybody keep tagging my name and talking about me. You have
All right. All right. She hung up. Y'all, I got to get out of here for a couple reasons. Number one, it's almost 6 o'clock. Number two, I got to use the bathroom. And number three, I've been on here long enough. I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me. Go and enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. And be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.